Hello, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services sales executives, for our video message of the week. All right, this week's message is entitled Process versus Event. And the message I want to share today is sometimes we get these terms confused and mixed up, and I want to make sure that you don't. And here's why. When we confuse this concept of process versus event, I think it has a very aggressive way of changing the way we think about our business. And I want to make sure we don't fall into that trap today. So let's begin. First of all, when we talk process, I want you to think about your overall business being a process towards whatever your goal is, a process of success. Each event that you do is part of that overall process. Sometimes when we go on even a listing presentation or a buyer's presentation, you're showing property, whatever event we do, okay, or whatever task we do, we tend to start thinking about that as event, as depending on how that one event goes, so goes our business. And that's not the case. That one event, that day you prospect, that day you knock doors, that day you added some simple names to your sphere is part of the overall process. That one event is a piece of the pie, not the entire pie. And see, when we think of our business in that fashion, we understand that each step matters. And not all steps go exactly the way that we want it to go. But that's okay, because it's part of the entire process of our business, the entire process of moving our success forward, not one event. See, this is why great prospectors, great sales executives can be so consistent, because they know that one event, that day where it didn't go exactly the way they thought it should, doesn't matter. It's part of the process. When you commit to this and understand that each event you do is part of a bigger picture, it's so much easier not to beat yourself up on any one particular situation. So the message today, it's always part of an overall process, and never gauge yourself on one event. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.